Guys, welcome back to another Bookhouse YouTube video. Yes, it's pretty sad. Fantasy season is over, but there's still tons of ways to still play fantasy football. We're back on Underdog Fantasy. We got the mid 3. It's basically a playoff draft. We have done so many of these. Obviously, we're going to do one today with you guys. If you guys want to join and do playoff drafts for yourself, it's the first link in the description. Use code BROS and they'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. As we see here, if you can somehow win the whole thing, it's $5 to enter. $35,000 to the winner. And again, it's playoff draft, so you choose teams you think are going to make it far. And yeah, let's just enter right into one. And boys, again, using code BROS, first link in the description, will double your first deposit. So you say you just put in $10, you'll have $20 on your account to play these drafts. It's not all about the money. These drafts are just super fun to do. We all know fantasy football, super fun. This is just playoff fantasy football. I'd say sometimes even more fun. Like I was saying, the strategy. You want to pick an AFC team, you want to pick an NFC team. Try to get players from both teams, so in the Super Bowl, you have a full matchup. But you have to make it through each round. So in the first round, you got to get enough points to beat. Out of these 6 teams, you need to be top 2. So you need like playoff carry through. So say you think Packers are going to make it. You like Christian Watson at the end of the draft. Even though the Packers might not make the Super Bowl, just drafting him, get some points, help you move through the rounds. Yeah, and start of the draft, we have pick 2. That is pretty nice. Usually it's Patty or Josh Allen with the first 2 picks. Obviously, we still don't know what's going to happen with the seeding. Maybe they both don't get a bye. Again, they're talking about a coin flip. Not too sure what's going to happen. Again, this is being recorded before that is finalized. So one of them could get a bye, but ideally we choose one that doesn't. Patty Mahomes, Josh Allen, obviously both have super good chances to make the Super Bowl. 2 elite teams, 2 elite quarterbacks. And explaining the bye thing, like I was saying, in these 6 people we draft with, the top 2 move on to the next round. So if you say you pick in the wildcard round.
In the wildcard round. So say you pick Patty Mahomes, you get a bunch of Chiefs, and the Chiefs get a bye and you don't have a full roster, you're probably not going to move on to the next round. That's why you need those carry-throughs at the end of the draft. Josh Allen picked at 1. I think we have to pick Patty at 2. Again, you want to pick teams that you hope don't get a bye, but also make the Super Bowl. That's the best chance you have to win it all. So Chiefs or Bills, whoever makes the bye, probably is going to get drafted less. So you need to move on in the rounds.
Yeah, and looking at this here, we love taking CMC. Obviously, the Niners are an elite team. Could have a tough matchup against the Packers if the Packers do end up winning. But again, Niners elite team. Joe Burrow gets taken pretty high here.
Wow.
I like the Bengals a lot, but I don't really like taking Burrow this high. I'd rather take Chase, those elite receivers. Another sleeper, like there's a bunch of sleeper teams, like obviously the Chargers, way down here. I don't even know where Herbert is. Herbert's way down here. So Chargers, if you think the Chargers are going to do well, they're a sleeper team. Cowboys. We have pick 11 though, coming up. We took Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, we want Kelsey. Yeah. Probably not going to happen, though.
If we don't get Kelsey, we should probably build an NFC team, like you want to say. In the Super Bowl, to win the $35K, you need basically a full lineup in that Super Bowl. So you need some Chiefs, you need some NFC teams. And it's also hard to get there. Kelsey obviously goes. What NFC team we looking here?
Possibly Eagles, possibly Niners.
Possibly Vikings, but we don't... Personally, we talked about this a lot. We think Vikings could be a first-round elim. Even if they win first round, they're going to have to play Dallas. We saw what happened earlier in the year when they played Dallas. Might have to play Philly, might have to play San Fran. It's going to be a tough time for Vikings to make it, and I think Niners have a better shot.
Yeah, we could even... AJ Brown just got taken. What are your thoughts on... We have so many Niners teams, but we could go Debo and then...
Kittle or Juju. Where's Juju ranked on here?
Here, should we take Debo?
Yeah, let's take Debo. Another thing, I think with our next pick, we might actually have to go Jerick McKinnon, because talking about that filling out your full roster thing, you need a running back in the playoffs, and obviously Christian McCaffrey goes early. If you're building Chiefs-Niners, you need at least Pacheco or McKinnon. McKinnon's looked quite a bit better than Pacheco.
So there we go. This is our team right here on the side. We got Patrick Mahomes, McKinnon, and Debo Samuel. So quite obviously starting out building Chiefs and Niners. Obviously, you can switch, but ideally, you don't want to do that. Once you have a foundation, you kind of want to just stick with it. Sometimes you have to reach on players a little bit. Again, there's different strategies. You could theoretically not build a team and just try to get through the first round. You're not going to win the $35,000 doing that. You're not going to make it too far, but better chance of making your money back. Again, different strategies. I think a lot of the strategies are building 3 teams and hope 2 of them make the Super Bowl. So yeah, tons of different options we can go here.
Yeah, like we're saying. Again, fantasy football, normal season's fun, but this playoffs, there's just a bunch of extra layers to it. It makes it a lot more fun. It's different than regular season. Playoffs, you have to build teams. It's super fun to do these drafts. Jay Jettis is falling like crazy right now.
Wow.
So we have Chiefs and we have Niners. What Niners are coming up is like Kittle still available. He got picked.
Yeah, Kittle got taken.
Ayuk, but I don't think we want him this early. Juju's a good pick. Some solid options. Jefferson gets picked at 17. I've never seen him go that late. It seems like a lot of people are dipping on the Vikings.
This guy's team. This guy has Viking, San Fran, Casey. So
He's
kind of weird. Similar to us, but he took a Viking. Maybe he just felt he was too good to pass on at that point.
Yeah, JJ was going to put up good points, but you never know how far the Vikings are going to go into the playoffs. We got obviously not Gabe Davis. Dak Prescott always somehow falls in these. Are we thinking Juju and then probably avoid Chiefs after that?
Yeah.
Because if the Chiefs get a bye, you can't have too many of them because it's hard to move on to the next round if all your players are on bye.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So hoping here, probably wanting Juju. Obviously, Ayuk goes. It's a little disappointing. But ideally, this guy doesn't take Juju. There we go. We got Juju. Are we thinking Brock Purdy in case he gets a bye?
The one I feel like we go with a later team, like pick like maybe Ravens because they're guaranteed to play round one. Because I think Patrick Mahomes is going to put up like top 3 points every week after that first week. So I don't think we need Purdy, especially with him being overdrafted.
We can go Chargers. We can go Herbert, Mike Will.
Yeah, I like that.
Mike Will falls. Take Herbert.
There's another thing, you got to look at is the seedings. Let's pick them. Hopefully, you want your teams not to play early in playoffs too. So, say you pick a team like the Jaguars late in the draft, you don't really want to pick Chargers because they're probably going to play round one, and one of them's guaranteed to get eliminated. You want to predict the final four for each division, or not each division, each conference. You get those players later into your league, so you can keep moving on into the rounds. Hopefully, Mike Will falls here because we need a Chargers since we went Herbert.
Yeah, looking at it, maybe not looking too good, but hey, you never know. Also, even someone with Saquon would be nice as a carry through. So say the Chiefs get the bye. We have no running backs. Obviously, Saquon guaranteed to make the playoffs. That could be a nice carry through as well there.
Yeah, Mike Will. We low-key need him right now. If we don't get Mike Will, that Justin Herbert pick was pretty questionable. Maybe we can get a player like Josh Palmer later and hopefully Chargers can make it through because Eckler's gone. Keenan's gone. Yeah. There's only 4 good Chargers. So we're thinking right now Chargers, Niners, and Chiefs. Do we only have one Niner though?
We only have one Niner.
Because of that, is there any other Niners, or do we have to pivot to another NFC team? So if we want a full Super Bowl team, I don't know if one will cut it.
Yeah, but we do have 3 Chiefs, though. Patty, McKinnon, and Juju. So basically, we just need 2 for an NFC. Or realistically, we're going to take at least one more Chief. It could be Tony, could be MBS, could be even Hardman. I think Pacheco just got taken, so it's not going to be Pacheco. But you still can build a full Super Bowl team with 4 players on one team. So again, like we said, so many different options, so many different strategies. These drafts, again, we've done so many of these. These things are so fun to do.
One thing we really have to say here, we've got to say this is a best ball league. So not all these guys are going to start for you every single week. You got one QB.
Mike Will got taken.
Yeah,
or should we pivot to Bucks? We can do Bucks.
I like Bucks. Bucks guarantee the 4 seed. They have a tough first matchup, but you can get their guys 4 pretty late in drafts. Like we say, this is important. You start one QB every single week, one RB, 2 wide receivers / tight ends, and then a flex player. So not everyone you draft is going to play every week. The Underdog is just going to pick whoever scored the most points they'll put into your lineup. So again, if you draft 2 QBs, only one of them is going to start every single week. Mike Evans goes.
We take Fournette.
Yeah, I think we take Lenny. We got 2 Bucks now. So if Bucks can make a run at the Super Bowl, we have a Bucks Chiefs team. Yeah. This Debo pick, it was good. It's just Kittle didn't fall to us. Ayuk didn't fall. Is there any other Niners we can get this late?
At this point, doesn't look likely. Obviously, Tony's available. That's Chiefs. Tom Brady, but we already have 2 quarterbacks. Don't need that. MVS.
If it's scuffed, we could try Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell, I think, will get some red zone attempts, maybe score a touchdown on the playoffs. That could help us carry through. And if Niners make it, then we have at least 2 Niners to hope they score. I know CMC is still the clear RB1, but Elijah Mitchell at least has something going for him.
Yeah.
How many picks left do we have? 3 picks left.
Yeah, we have 3 more picks. So I'm thinking at least one more running back. Or probably one more running back. We have only 1 Niner, 1 Chief. Yeah, this team got kind of scuffed. Again, sometimes it's not going to go as you plan it to go, but is what it is. Some teams turn out better than others. Tony just got taken, so that was one of our guys. Who are we looking here? If we have a pick of any of these guys, do you want to guarantee a running back?
Who would the running back be if we guaranteed Elijah Mitchell? Because I don't think we need Rachaad White.
Even Rachaad, I wonder if Rachaad White's better. Because they can both have good games. They can both get tons of targets.
Yeah. Tom Brady throws to his running backs like crazy. I think he'll fall to us, though.
Yeah.
Man, this is a little hard to make a decision. Should we go Hardman?
I think we just take Rachaad White. I think he's the most important here. I think we just guarantee him and then think about it on the way around. So we still have 2 more picks. Is there any carry-throughs that we would really want?
Is there any charge? I wonder if we go Josh Palmer just so Herbert wasn't a useless pick. Because Josh Palmer in the past had that 30-point game. He's shown some upside. Then we're building just 4 teams. Two with carry throughs. Again, you can't just really build two teams because if one gets a bye, then you're screwed. Also, you need to go through each round. It's not just all about the Super Bowl. You need to make it through the first round. You got to get top 2 out of the first 6 teams. Then you got to make it through again and actually get there. So you got to get some carry through guys.
Yeah, this team's kind of weird, but has upside. Again, say the Chiefs don't get the bye. 2 elite quarterbacks. We got McKinnon, who's shown massive upside, had multiple RB1 weeks. Fournette, Rashad White, whichever one's the starter in the playoffs, has good upside. Tom Brady throws tons of passes to his running backs, obviously. Debo, kind of a weird pick with Niners, but is what it is. It just the board just didn't fall our way this time. And then Juju, obviously with Patty, Godwin. Yeah, Godwin pick. We got $3 though, so yeah, it's a weird team, but again, it's not spread out enough that I'm disappointed. I'm still happy with the team, still connected enough. And how much more picks? We got one more pick here. Yeah, we got one more pick.
Yeah, that's the thing I love about playoffs. Playoffs, there's so many different things you can do. If you really want to risk it all, you can just pick 2 teams, but it's hard to get 2 elite teams. You can pick as many different teams as you like. There's so much more strategy, I'd say, in playoff best ball fantasy more than just regular fantasy. Regular fantasy, you just pick the best player you think is going to do this. You actually have to team build. You have to decide which teams you think are making it all the way. It's super, super fun doing these drafts on Underdog.
Okay, we got 2 more players queued up. Obviously, ideally want at least one of them. Probably want Hardman, I'll say. Hardman's our guy that we want to follow us here.
Because you need 2 wide receivers and you only need 1 RB, so you kind of want more of these wide receiver tight end players. Also, it's half PPR, so RBs maybe are more valuable, so it kind of evens it out there.
Christian Watson went. And again, this was recorded before the game, so we don't know if it's Jaguars or Titans. We don't know if it's Packers, Lions, or Seahawks making the playoffs. So again, that strategy or whoever you think is going to make it as well. So Hardman's on the board. We're going to take Hardman here to end off the team. We can even show some of our other teams. Again, we've done so many. We have a different account as well. Like right here, we have we're in 13 drafted costs.
Let's go over some teams. Show them some teams we really like. There's a team we got Josh Allen and Diggs, which is quite rare, and there was also a team we got Patty and Kelsey in, which is also quite rare.
Try to find the Patty Kelsey team, if we can even find that real quick. So yeah, again, we've tried so many different strategies on this. So
this one we went San Fran Casey. We didn't get Kelsey on that one, but we did get Debo and Juju, which is pretty good. That one,
this was a weird team, but I think this was more of a Giants team. Again, we're Giants fans. Giants probably not making it, but had to do at least one. So we got Dan Jones, Saquon, Hodgins. I think they're going to beat the Vikings, honestly. If we play the Vikings, I think we're going to win that game. But then Herbert, do we get any connections here? No, the Herbert pick was just kind of random. But
yeah, Herbert, he a lot of times falls in drafts. He should be good when he plays. The min, I don't know if it's on this. I'm pretty sure the other account is for sure where we got the Kelsey.
Here. No, this is another one. I thought we had also Josh and Diggs. Maybe it's our other account. We had it somewhere though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're talking it up, but we can't even find it here. Again, if you guys want to do some of these drafts, it's on Underdog Fantasy. Code Bros will match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And again, they're tons of fun to do. Like Ethan said, you put $10 in, they'll put another $10 extra in your account. You can do 4 of these drafts. If, like Ethan said, you make it top 2. You make your money back plus a little bit extra, and obviously if you advance all the way to the end, could win that $35,000 prize.
Yeah, show them the prize breakdown one more time. So looking at it, the mid 3, yeah. So these are $5 to enter. There's how many entries are there for total? It's around like 35,000.
I'll bring it back to the beginning here.
We look over here.
The mid 3.
56,000. So again, top 2 out of 6 in your draft will move on to the next round. If you scroll down to the bottom, it's around 18,000. So if you make that top 2 out of your 6 teams you draft with, then you make your money back. Anything over that, if your team goes farther, you're going to make more money. And then obviously the big money is if you actually win it all. That's why Kai talked about the strategy. You could just pick a bunch of different teams and just try to make it. But all the money's at the top. So you want to win that Super Bowl. You want to draft teams that actually have a chance to win it all, like going Chiefs, going Niners, going that Super Bowl prediction route. Again,
or if you think the Chargers are going to make it, you think the Ravens are going to make it, whatever team. Again, tons of different possibilities, tons of different strategies. These drafts, again, are tons of fun to do. And yeah, we're going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.